Hey folks, it's Forrest Elder again here at Elder Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Cedar Creek. Part 4 of our 10-part little mini series or mini deal for tips of the trade of buying mistakes to avoid, okay? So on this one, we're gonna touch on putting a down payment when purchasing a vehicle. One of the most misconstrued parts of purchasing a vehicle. Reason being is that a lot of people look at it like it's a status symbol or something of the sort that they can purchase a vehicle without putting a down payment down. Now, so there's a few different reasons why. The first thing is banks always look more favorably on purchasing a vehicle when you're put 20% down, roughly. You know, which gets you to a 80% loan to value as opposed to, you know, invoice amount or book value based on what you're purchasing the vehicle for. The 20% down should get you to that 80% mark roughly. That's usually kind of the sweet spot of where banks give the most favorable terms, rates, and that kind of stuff. The other big part of it is that anytime you purchase a vehicle, you have to pay what's called TTNL or tax, title, and licensing fees. That is mandated by the state. Nothing we have to do with it in Texas. 6.25% sales tax. So for every $1,000 you spend, you're going to spend $60, excuse me, and 25 cents. $62.50, excuse me. I'm good at math sometimes. So every $1,000 you spend, it's $62.50. Okay, for every $10,000, it's $625. Essentially, is what it comes out to be. So for a $30,000 vehicle, that's $1,875. Okay, that is tacked onto the total amount financed, and you're tacking that onto essentially a depreciating asset, which everybody knows a vehicle is. You buy a vehicle, a year later it's worth less than what you paid for it. I don't care who you are, what you are, what you're doing. It just is. They depreciate in value. So when you're financing essentially not part of the tangible asset into that deal, then it greatly decreases the amount of time it takes you to get into an equity position. The cash down essentially takes care of that to where you're financing just the asset itself and not something that won't add to the value. So those are two main reasons why you put money down when you purchase a vehicle. You know, we always suggest it when we give proposals out. Usually it's not mandatory, but we try to show customers the best way to purchase a vehicle, which is the shortest term possible with the most amount of cash down possible, because it puts you in an equity position quicker and you pay less interest and you spend less money on things that aren't beneficial to you in general. And that's essentially the long and short of it, I guess you could say. So.